So why are you here, sir? What are you here? It looks like you're protesting this march.
So I am. I made a little sign last night with a couple statements. Just to
Baby Lives Matter.
Yeah,
Yes.
point out some of the idiocracy of the group. They claim this is the left that claims to be promoting tolerance and acceptance and love and all this, but yet they have no issues, like you said, early babies, all the way up to perinatal death. There was a law in California trying to legalize perinatal death, which is up to 6 months or I think 2 years after.
Huge. The big crowd.
Yeah. That's the radical agenda they're trying to push. They proved it by this law that they were trying to push in California. I actually went. I live in Florida. I flew to California, to help protest that bill at the Sacramento Capitol. I was at the Sacramento Capitol when that was in committee, trying to be pushed through the Sacramento Capitol.
Insane. So the thing is, so you're standing. Just so I understand. So in California, they're trying to say that you can kill a baby after birth. Now,
that's the radical agenda. That's their goal.
This is the goal. Depopulation. And what about, I'm sick of, toxic masculinity. That's toxic femininity, if I've ever heard it. The man has no choice. The baby has no choice. The father, the mother, and the baby is what it is. There's two people. It's not just her body. She didn't grow that on her own. That was only because she chose to have sex, minus rape, which is less than 0.5% of the time. Different conversation. Rape is evil. Separate that out. Separate that out. And what about the 99+% of the time when it's not rape? She chose to have sex, and therefore, why is the husband 100% responsible no matter what she chooses? But she's not. It's wrong. It's evil, and you're killing a kid.
And the baby.
What about the baby rights?
Our Constitution protects life. Period.
Life at conception. And again, there are excuses, just like President Trump. Rape, incest, life of the mother, and then you can still have the moral argument. You can still plead like they do in Germany. Please have the baby. Please give it up for adoption. Then you put up with 9 months of being pregnant, even though you're a rape. You do it morally and don't force it. That will solve the problem. Because now women can't say they're not allowed to have an abortion. Make up your mind in the first 3 months, lady, first of all, before the baby's being capable. And you can't just do it for convenience. You can't be like, I don't feel like using contraception, which costs $10, so I'm going to have a baby and kill it. It's because the abortion industry lives on baby parts and they're manipulating the system. So don't fall for it. If you're a woman, you're a mother, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
The other big reason I'm here,
Go ahead.
I specifically made this sign this morning just to point out the hypocrisy of this group. This group is the same group that's pushing vaccine mandates. They're forcing it's medical rape, literally what this same group is forcing and pushing and advocating for. Where is these people? If they believe my body, my choice, this crowd should be the same crowd at the front lines fighting against medical tyranny and forcing injections in people's body without their consent. Where are these people? I want to see if there's any brain cells left, if this message resonates with anybody in this crowd, and where are they? I'm hoping something like this will get somebody in this crowd to think. Somebody.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people that if you interview are not personally for abortion up to birth. They're not for vaccine mandates, but they're suckered in because they're told that this is about women's rights. And they just don't listen. So we can convert a lot of them because many of them don't believe. They're just going along, sheep following along. You put them on the spot and asking these questions, they will fold. So that's the goal, is we're not here to fight people, we're here to try to convince them. Because the number one victim, it's like the number one victim of Islamic terrorism are Muslims. All right? The number one victim are the 1.5 billion, and half of them are women, and they're forcibly raped by their husbands. That's in Islam, Sharia law. They can be raped with there's no choice when it comes to the real choice situation is having sex. They don't have a choice there. I agree, you need to have choice when having sex. A third of the world doesn't have that choice. So they also have a cognitive dissonance with this. And where is their anger at this? Where is their anger at radical Islam? They never criticize that. They make them like their victims. They beat women. They can stone women to death for honor reasons, and they can rape their wives, and they cut out their clitorises when they're young, so they have no sexual pleasure to keep them inside. That's how psychotic it is. But where's the anger at that? That's 1,000,000,000,000 times more important than saying you want to be able to kill a kid for convenience up to birth. That's wrong, that's evil. This is just manipulation by the Democrat Party to stay in power. That's all it is. And they're willing to, and the women, my point is, the number one victim of abortion is, in addition to the kid being killed, the woman has to deal with that guilt the rest of her life. So many women feel that guilt for killing their kid when they find out they killed their kid, and they just thought it was just a clump of cells. So we're out here supporting the women. Thanks for watching, everybody. More to come.
Perfect. Thank you
wanna
guys.
walk with me?
They're super behind because they're.
We've been in the center of it all.